Hi there. Join our casual conversations for curious, bewildered, and aspiring midlife cannabis queens. Welcome to the Closet Disco Queen podcast, featuring Queenie and TT. So kick off your platform shoes, sit back and get ready to laugh and learn all about adult use cannabis without having to ask a 22-year-old. Let's get rolling.
Welcome back, TT.
Well, thanks, Queenie.
Welcome back to the US of A.
USA, anyway, sure.
Anyway,
yes.
anywho.
I'm here in Wisconsin after a glorious, absolutely glorious week in Cancun,
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mexico. Yeah, it was lovely. Although I have to say, we went out to dinner twice to the same place because it was so good. The first time I got this amazing dish. It's a Mayan place.
Yes.
But as I was eating it, it was shrimp, it was butterflied and grilled, and then it had this fish, like different kind of fish sauce on top of it. And it was just
Sounds delicious.
Oh, it was orange, got a little bit of orange in it, and it was so good. So good. But I went to pick up, a forkful, and I noticed that there was a tentacle.
Oh.
A tentacle in there. And so apparently I was eating octopus as part of the, fish sauce. There
a
were
little octopod.
a number of different kinds of, that was my first, I looked at it and I was like, I can't think about it because, the octopus is a friend. I do like octopi. It made me sad though, because
yes, they're very smart.
They're fascinating creatures and they're very smart. Anyway, so that was a highlight. That dinner.
Sounds like it
was so good, and I was able to eat another dinner after that. Like there was so much food on the plate, it was just like
wow, yum.
It was wonderful, and we're sat right on the deck overlooking the lagoon, and just beautiful.
Nice and nice.
Oh yeah, mid-80s every day.
Just like here.
Yeah.
Just like here.
And normally I come back to spring when I go, this late to the tropics.
What are you complaining about the winter weather?
Oh my God.
We woke up to snow 2 days in a row this weekend.
You know what? Candace's children were kind enough to send her photos of the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Which made us feel even happier about where we were. So
yes, and suddenly overnight, people forgot how to drive in the snow. I guess there were accidents all over the place.
Oh my God! I think something clicked in your brain.
Right.
Winter's over.
I'm just going to aim my car and hit the gas. I'm just like, oh my God. So, well, I'm glad you had a tremendous time.
Fabulous.
And that you were able to return to the country without incident.
Yeah. No trouble whatsoever.
No troubles.
There was not even a line.
No seizures.
No seizures of any of our
no cavity searches. None of that stuff.
No. And you know what? You'd be so proud of me. I didn't look at any news or social media.
That's what a vacation's about.
Yep.
Just unplugging.
Yes, it was lovely.
Good for you.
Lovely. How was your week, my queen?
I was in the throes of recovery. I
know. When I left,
I seem to have become infected with the Ronavirus.
The Rona.
I got the Rona.
My Corona.
Yeah, and I'm feeling much better.
As I was leaving, you said you were feeling better, and then you did not feel better anymore.
Well, it didn't leave me as quickly as I had intended it to. So, yes, I tested positive while you were still here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it peaked.
It lingered.
And then lingered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just had a little pre-show cough for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a little of that lingering on.
A little bit. Yep. I'm productive. We could call it productive.
Productive. You've always been a productive citizen.
Well, it's a productive cough. I just wish I could produce more of it. If you know what I mean.
I do. You want to just get it out
Yeah.
that spot.
It's just a nasty time of the year. Plus pollen's out there. I mean, it's a respiratory nightmare. Absolutely. But I am feeling much better. And luckily, I was finished with my folks, running around with my international folks. So I didn't have to cancel or change any appointments.
Oh, that's good.
And I hadn't been with anybody immediately prior with whom I could have, spread this nasty thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
why do you think you picked it up? I mean,
I have
knows,
no clue.
Right? Yeah, it's just out there.
Yeah, I thought it was who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? So I'm just, it's a fact of life at this point.
It is.
So,
well, I know. I was the one who suggested, have you tested for COVID?
I wouldn't have tested.
You were like, oh, I never thought of that.
I did not even give it I didn't. You saw how dumbfounded I was. Hey, oh, wow. I didn't even
test somewhere.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah, but knock on wood, I was very, very fortunate. So, but it just hung on. It hung around.
You know what? I think our age might have.
Oh, please don't even. Oh, God.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I saw something that reminded me of you when I was in Mexico. Mm-mm. I was waiting in line.
Muerto?
It was just, no, not Muerto. Although they did have, they have a lot of those skeleton-like things. Yeah. Anyway, I was waiting in line to use the restroom. There was just two of us, and a woman. I looked down at her feet. I didn't want to stare, so I just got I glanced and I was like, oh, is that an Irish pinky toe?
Oh my God.
But no, it was not. I had to look again. And perhaps it was a
6-digit
Mexican ring toe or something, because her digit, her ring toe.
Her ring toe, yeah, fourth
was pushed down like your pinky toe. Like, you know how you say you're slid?
Yeah.
I think it was like pushed in. It was like this much shorter than her other ones. It was so weird.
Like a nub?
It didn't look like it had been amputated.
It had a nail and everything?
It had a nail, but it was smushed in.
Oh, jeez. Like a valve on a trumpet?
Well, I don't think it could go in and out, but yeah, it was it was like compressed.
The F sharp.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that must be a Mayan trait.
It looked like it could have been from an injury or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I wondered if maybe like her bone, the bone holding that tarsal bone, maybe
just retracted.
Who knows? But anyhow.
Wow. Now you're looking at other people's toes. Excuse me. May I ask what your ethnic background is?
Oh my goodness.
In the interest of science.
I wanted to take a picture of it for you, but I thought that was going overboard a little.
You don't think you could have done it subtly?
No.
I get it. Oh, good Lord. Our Closet Disco Queen podcast deals with legal adult cannabis use and is intended for entertainment purposes only for those 21 and older. Well, we've got an exciting time coming up. We're taking the children, the 4 grandchildren, Dan and I. They're off this coming week. We're going to take them to the Utica Zoo in Utica, New York. Hey, baby, hold everybody.
I didn't realize they had a nice zoo.
It is a great zoo. It's a nice zoo. And we're going to stay overnight there. With a pool, we're indoor pool, of course, so the girly girls can flop about, splash and splish.
Nice.
And then Tuesday, we're going to head to Cooperstown and go to the Baseball Hall of Fame. None of us have ever been there.
That's crazy. We live so close to there.
To the Hall of Fame? I know. Yeah. It's really cray-cray. So we're going to do that and poke around Cooperstown a little bit. Such a cute little place.
It is.
Stay another night and allow the children to swim and splash about some more. So we're looking forward to that.
Really fun. That sounds
I had always dreamed of taking my grandchildren about this age to Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
However, I
Mhm.
don't feel comfortable taking them there.
No, there's
Plus it doesn't represent what I was hoping
right.
to have them see. So,
Exactly. We were lucky enough, my sister and brother-in-law were living down there when
mm-hmm.
our kids were maybe a little younger than your grands, maybe, well, more like Annie and AJ's age. And he actually was working for the State Department, so he got us a tour of the White House.
Nice.
We got to see like the Oval Office and the Situation Room and places that maybe you couldn't get,
Mm-hmm.
and the kids all remember that trip.
Wow.
So we went to Smithsonian, and we went to
Yeah. Yeah.
a bunch of touristy places, but it was so amazing to see like the Vietnam Veterans
Oh
Memorial.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was so moving.
It's living history. I mean, it's
It
like
is,
history is
yeah,
if you can reach out and touch
yeah.
it. I
And
love it
the
down. I
Lincoln
love being
Lincoln
down there, but
Memorial. Oh, I know it's wonderful. But in a couple of years, you can take them.
yeah,
They'll
if there's
still want
anything
to
left to see. If none of the monuments have been
know.
destroyed or removed or
Oh,
whatever. So,
yeah. What are you consuming, my dear? I saw
oh
you
well, that's
just
where
take a
we
little
start.
drink.
Oh well, this is just polar seltzer
Oh,
water,
okay.
tangerine or mandarin. I keep calling it tangerine, but it's mandarin. But I have
Mandarin.
consumed. I got some a brand new kind of little pre-roll joint from our favorite dispensary.
Ah,
These are. I really liked the name of the
of course
joints.
you
That's
did.
why I
And,
bought them.
and the packaging,
Or
right?
the name of this must be the name of the company. Mildly moronic.
Well,
I kind of caught my eye. So these were SLM infused pre-rolls.
SLM. What's
Yeah,
that?
so and I think it was the only thing that this particular company had at the dispensary. So
Okay.
maybe it's a small farm. I did the name did kind of attract me.
And are you finding it to be as
Making me
addictive?
mildly moronic.
Yeah. How's that
No more
working?
than usual.
Oh,
And how about yourself? We know you're in the state of Wisconsin, so your choices are somewhat limited. But
well, I bought a giant bag of these things because it was such a deal.
bulk,
Except there's 25 milligram gummies, which is a lot for one gummy. So I have to remember not to eat a whole gummy, which I had to take yesterday.
nibbles.
I had to take it out of my mouth and bite it in half after I put the whole thing. I was like, I can't eat this whole thing. But quite lovely.
Quite lovely.
Eva, very relaxed.
Energizing, relaxing. La
Yeah,
la 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 la.
yeah. It's yep, helpful to me in so
Now,
many ways.
I don't know if you've had time since we last spoke, which was about 4 hours ago. Did you watch the ending to The White Lotus?
No, we're going to do
That's
that after
tonight.
we're done.
Oh,
We're doing
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're
Yeah.
going to have to chat then this week because we have to
Okay. Oh,
talk about it.
definitely. Yeah. So we have to also watch the ending of The Pit. So
Oh, yes. Yes.
yes.
More must-see TV.
Mhm. Both of them.
Absolutely. Highly recommended. I think you'll be pleased. I'm continuing to watch Modern Family. That freaking show. So freaking funny. When you find yourself laughing out loud,
I know.
it's like, oh my God. Just the writing was just so spot on.
So good. And the casting,
The acting,
they were
oh
so
my,
perfect
they're
in their
just
roles, so
really,
perfectly cast. Yeah.
oh, just, oh, just so brilliant. Really, really, really a wonderful series. Funny
Yep.
to look at. So that's been fun. That's been enjoyable. Getting a few laughs in there. Oh my God.
And your son found a job, which is
Yes,
wonderful.
yes, he'll be
Wonderful,
working at the
wonderful.
Saratoga Casino, very busy food venue. You don't think of that place as a food venue necessarily, but they're doing everything from little snackages for room service, the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
to big conferences,
Oh, wow.
banquets, So
Wow.
he could be making, 8 gallons of soup or 300 gallons of soup. It depends on.
Is it also like a conference center or
They
more
have
like,
conference.
yeah,
Yeah, because
campus facilities?
casinos are a big draw.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when you think about all the places
Look,
that
look at Vegas during the week.
bring you, I was going to say, and they offer free food and they offer,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
to get you in there.
The
So,
food there is not to make money
hmm
at all.
right,
It's
it's
a loss
pull
leader.
people in. Yeah.
Right. Right. And the high rollers get treated to, all sorts of types of food.
Hmm.
So, and then I guess about 1 o'clock this morning, he was making pizzas because, everybody's drunk at that point
Right, and they're hungry.
and they're hungry. Yeah,
Munchy
pretty
time.
much. So, but he was excited to get back to work. He was a
That's
little
awesome.
sore. He's not as young as he once was,
Well, and
but
he's
they were
your
very
feet
busy,
constantly, right? I
very
mean,
busy.
yeah.
So, but
I can't be on my feet more than maybe 25 minutes a day.
I was proud of myself. I went and I got my, of course, I know you find this hard to believe. I had to get my real ID with 23 days left. We've only known about it for 12 years? I don't know, something like that. So I went to DMV. I had an appointment
How'd that go?
and it reminded me of days of old at DMV.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, it was a sea of humanity.
Uh,
And I did enjoy watching entitled white women
oh, geez.
getting very anxious
Oh,
because they had reservations. I had a reservation. I just wanted to make sure you knew I had a reservation, right? Because the place is a mob scene.
and it's the pick a number, wait for it to come up on the screen.
Well, you get a number when you register, when you let them know you're there.
Okay.
And it's a letter and then a number. And of course,
Right,
there's
right,
no rhyme or reason. You can never figure
right.
out
Yeah, what the
who's there
system
for
is.
what. Right.
Right.
So, but I could just tell these older white women were getting very nervous that things weren't going the way they thought they should be going.
They had a
And they
reservation.
had to wait with lots of people
Lots of
that
different people
they'd never see ever.
in their little
And
ivory
I just
towers.
found it very interesting to
Yeah.
observe this.
Well,
And if
I
a
have to
staff
go.
person went within 5 feet of them,
Mhm.
excuse me, I just wanted to make sure that I did have a reservation. And I've been here now for 15 minutes. So
Waiting.
they'd go, everybody here has a reservation. That gets you in the door. Yeah. Yeah. High anxiety.
Well, I have to go to the DMV this week. Well, I don't have to. My license expires on my birthday, which is the end of August. However,
Mhm.
honey is feeling like it might be a good idea for me to go this week because who knows when I'll be back if things happen, just in case I don't get back to Wisconsin
There you go.
before we go on our vacation. So I'm going to be going to the DMV, and I looked, and I don't think that you can make you in here in Madison. I don't think you can schedule a reservation, as you
Oh,
call it.
well,
I think you do have to complete a form and bring it with you.
I had to return. I waited there for 2 hours.
Oh,
And I had a 1099, but it wasn't the correct kind of 1099.
what?
So
What's the correct kind? How could it be an incorrect and a correct kind?
this was apparently, I don't know, but I was told multiple times we need the 1099 da da da, not the 1099 da da da. But this is what you have. You have the 1099 da da da. But of course, he goes, I know it's not really specific on the website. And I'm like, you think? So I'm giving back my little slip that would coincide with my photo that I had taken an hour and a half prior. And he said, you can use this to come back in and just wait in line again, basically. But you won't have to get your photo taken again. So I get back home and I'm thinking, oh, do I want to go back there and do I start it all over again?
Right.
So I finally put my big girl pants on. I said, all right, get your ass down there. So I made another appointment because I didn't want to get down there and not have a reservation.
Right.
So I made a reservation. I trucked myself down there. I turned the corner and there's a mob scene out in front with the security guard out there going, "We can't take any more people. No more walk-ins. They're very busy." And he's like waving his arms and everything. And I'm just standing there. And I said, "I have a reservation." Because I am an old white woman.
But.
And he goes, okay. You know, I was allowed in because I did have a reservation. But
I've already had my picture taken.
Look, I've got my receipt. So I was there for another hour or so.
Oh my God.
It's great people watching though. It is just,
yeah, it's fun.
It's amazing just to see. Oh my God. That and Social Security. It's everybody's equal. Doesn't matter.
Right.
What's the latest but buzz? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows. What's the latest but buzz? TT, tell me the news. Where is it legal? No one knows.
So TT, do you have a story for us tonight?
I do have a story. It's a couple weeks old, but I thought it was worth bringing up. You know those really lovely, they're called edible arrangements. They're arrangements with
Yes.
flower-shaped fruit and dipped in chocolate and deliciousness, right? Well, now the Edible Arrangements Company is selling edibles.
Oh.
So it doesn't come like, it's a separate business. So I was thinking, oh, this is great. You can get some edibles along with your fruit, or whatever.
Or arranged within.
Or a little bouquet of different kind of edibles. But no, basically they have an online store and you can buy from them. But what they've done is curate some very respected and well-known brands.
Mm-hmm.
And you can order them on their website, and they're derived from hemp products. So they're THC 9.
Right.
So that I think that gives them much more flexibility in what they can, they come from the hemp plant.
For distribution.
Right.
So, isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So do they focus just on fruit flavors?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they do also have some tablet type, like the ones that I got last year for sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them are gummies and drinks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. So it's edibles.com, and they say in most states, they can get your order to you within an hour. So they're getting into the online market.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thunk?
Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have thunk? Take advantage of that. Build on their brand.
Well, and they said that for years, people have been saying, "Do you sell edibles?" Because it's edible arrangements. People are thinking, well, now we can offer them this option.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Très intéressant.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look on the website and see.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've...
It's not a huge selection, but they say it's very carefully curated, and you can look it up by delivery method. So drink, gummy, whatever. And then you also can look up things by the effect you want to have.
Oh, okay.
So, sleep, relax, whatever.
Energy.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Check it out.
We'll have to. That's great to know. So, are you ready to play our unnamed game?
I do like our new game.
Yet to be named. We'll have to come up with something.
We have to, yeah.
I'll have to do that. I'll have to put my nose to the grindstone here and try to come up with something snappy to reflect this snappy new game.
Step right up to the foggy abyss where logic takes a holiday and facts go miss. You'll second guess your own good name that's Latin to Jason, but no one knows the game. It's Cygnus, fat to us the flicker of foolery, where you'll doubt what you knew with alarming cruelty. Rules, never heard of them, truth kinda loose. It's a guessing game and an existential presidential noose. Could have called it Veritas Schmeritas. We confess our superstition of Maximus, but we like this mess. Victus Factum had a ring. Credo Quid was cute, but nothing hits like Ignis Fatuus in a fancy fonted suit. So spin the tail, invent the clue. Your grip on reason through and through. It's pomp, it's pretense, it's barely legit. Now play the damn game and question all of it.
So, for those who don't recall or choose not to, we're doing superstitions. 3 superstitions, two of which are either true, 2 are true, or 2 are false. One is, then that would be 1 was false and 1 was true.
Oh, dear.
Or something like that.
One of these things.
One of these things
like
is
the other.
true, the other one is not. Kind of, sort of. Could be 1, could be 2. So, well, yeah, we'll work on that. So, TT, are we ready for bizarre superstitions? Now, I will give you 3 to choose from, and it's up to you to decide which 2 are alike and which 1 is not like the other 2.
Okay. Either 2 are actual superstitions and 1 is a made up superstition, or 2 are made up and 1 is actual.
Correctamundo.
Okay.
Said exquisitely.
I got
And
it.
forget the country thing. We're not going to go through that. I'll mention, but I won't make you guess.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so here is number 1. Okay.
Okay.
Salt placed on windowsills keeps away arguments. That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Yawning with your eyes open steals another person's dreams.
Ooh, that's serious.
It's serious stuff. I would, sounds really.
Is that possible? Don't you? Okay. I'm just
Sneezing. It's like if you sneeze, your eyes open, you'll blow your eyes out or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's a natural response to close your eyes, right?
Well, yeah, sneezing is. I have a story about sneezing. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Remind me.
All right.
And then the third selection is chewing gum at night is the equivalent of chewing on dead flesh.
Ew.
Which are alike, meaning which 2 are either real superstitions or bullshit.
I think that the first 2 are real or plausible. Yes, because I've heard the salt thing, but I thought it was throwing salt over your shoulder. You can avoid an argument, but it could also be that.
You think the first 2 are real?
I do. I think the first 2 are real. And the last one is just gross.
It sounds pretty gross, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Chewing on dead flesh.
Like, why would you even think about that?
Well, I guess if you don't want people chewing gum, that's one way to just break the habit.
That's true. Well, I thought you were going to say that, you could choke to death, so you should never go to bed chewing gum.
No, this is serious. No, night.
Okay.
Night. Don't chew
Just
at night.
At night. Okay.
I guess during the day, you can get away with it, but once the sun goes down,
the veil is thin.
The superstition, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's some interesting information for you.
All right.
You are wrong about all of them.
All of them. Okay.
The first 2 were bullshit.
Really?
Yes. They were made up. Made up-y.
And the one I thought was made up is the real one?
It is real, and it is
Who thinks this?
from Turkey. Avoid chewing gum at night because it's the equivalent to chewing on dead flesh. The other 2 are full of shit.
But sounded plausible
but
to me.
sounded plausible.
To the unsuspecting. Wow.
You could always start
Those people in Turkey have very imaginative
well, like I
minds.
said, you clean it up off the carpet once, you don't want to do it again. You got to pull out all the stops. Enough of this bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pay attention to the next time I yawn, whether my eyes automatically close. Tell me your sneeze story, by the way.
Oh, okay. So so we were playing Trivial Pursuit when I was a kid. My father, my mother. This was unusual to begin with, but it was the five. Maybe Dan could have been there. It might have been when I was
When you were
dating or
adults.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because Diane was youngish. Okay. So the question was, what bodily function has been clocked at 300 miles per hour? Something like that. And she, without missing a beat, declares ejaculation.
Who said that?
Diane. So my father almost choked to death because I'm sure he just like I immediately just had this vision of someone getting like blasted right straight through after someone came in them, it's like boom, you're out. Well, the answer was sneeze. Yeah. And seriously, I think he really almost like.
I can't imagine your father at the table hearing that.
Oh my God. And she was like 16 or something. It's like, oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 or 16. Just didn't even miss a beat.
Well,
I mean, virility is one thing, but that's a bit extreme, don't you think?
Oh, Lord.
If you have a query, my dearie, that can't be answered by Siri, turn to Mary Jane in your time of need. She's got all the answers about we. Whoa, we.
Mary Jane, what tools or accessories might be helpful for someone with arthritis?
So you've got arthritis, and you want to enjoy cannabis without wrestling with tiny tools and impossible packaging? I hear you. You deserve relief, not frustration. The good news is there are some fabulous arthritis-friendly accessories and products out there that make the whole experience much more doable and a lot more enjoyable. Let's walk through some options that can help you keep cannabis in your wellness routine without making your hands do all the heavy lifting. Rolling your own joints might have been charming in your college days, but now, not when your fingers are aching. Pre-rolls are your best friend here. You just light and go. If you're microdosing or prefer shorter sessions, look for mini pre-rolls. They're great for a quick puff without the waste. If you still like the ritual of preparing your own, but don't want the hassle, cone fillers and rolling machines are a great middle ground. You can buy pre-rolled cones and then use a tool to pack them with flour. No delicate finger work required. Some machines even do the whole thing for you. Just load the flour, press a button, and enjoy the magic. Traditional grinders are tiny, stiff, and honestly rude. Arthritis needs something gentler. Look for electric grinders that do the job with the push of a button, or large manual grinders that are easy to grip and turn. Even card-style grinders, the flat ones that work like a mini cheese grater, can be much easier to handle. If you want something that does double duty, try a grinder that also fills cones for you. It's a game changer. If grinding and rolling feels like too much effort, skip it altogether. Tinctures and oils are perfect for arthritis because there's no fuss involved. Just a few drops under your tongue or into your tea, and you're good to go. They're great for precise dosing, and they're smoke-free, so you don't need to worry about lighting anything or dealing with lighters. You can also use tinctures topically if you're feeling creative. Just mix a few drops into your favorite lotion and rub it directly onto sore joints. Some vape pens require you to push and hold tiny buttons, which is the last thing you want to do with stiff fingers. Instead, look for draw-activated vaporizers. These turn on when you inhale. They're discreet, simple, and smooth to use. Disposable options are also great for low-maintenance routines, especially if you just want to try something out without investing in a full setup. Topical cannabis products like lotions, balms, and roll-ons are perfect for arthritis pain. They don't get you high, and they go straight to the source. Look for products with CBD or a balanced ratio of CBD to THC. Some even include soothing ingredients like menthol or arnica for an extra layer of comfort. If gripping jars is hard, try a roll-on. It's mess-free and easy to apply. If you like making your own edibles or dosing flour for a vaporizer, little tools like dosing spoons, scoops, or funnels can be a big help. They reduce spills and keep your hands from doing too much fine motor work. Put everything you need in one easy-to-open box or tray. Pre-rolls, tinctures, topical cream, vape pen, whatever you use regularly. That way, everything is right there when you need it, and you're not digging through drawers with sore hands. It's not just convenient, it's a little act of self-care. The bottom line, cannabis should make your life easier, not harder. With the right tools, you can enjoy all the benefits, whether it's pain relief, relaxation, or just a little lift without making your arthritis worse. You deserve ease, comfort, and a little luxury in your routine. Let me know if you want help picking out specific brands or products. I'd be happy to help you find your perfect setup.
Now, what frustrations might you have had with? So yes, you've encountered some
I have had some
challenges
issues
with.
opening some of the gummy packaging where you have to squeeze both sides
Mhm.
underneath the lid and then pull up on the lid. And I don't have enough strength. I end up sometimes like just leaning up against the corner of a table or something and
Mhm.
pushing on it and then, using my other hand to lift the lid off. So yeah, that's always so frustrating because all you want is to, have a gummy and then all of a sudden it's like, I can't get
You
it
have to wrestle with the packaging.
Yeah.
I have found I can squeeze with both hands. I can squeeze those things, but then I have to use my teeth to
Your
pry the
teeth to
top
take it
open.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are hard.
Mhm.
I've
Well,
also, as I'd mentioned before, I had a twist grinder, and
yeah,
it got to the
yeah.
point with my wrists and my hands.
Hmm.
It was, painful.
Hmm.
So I did get an electric grinder, and that just makes all the difference in the world.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, as Mary Jane said, it shouldn't be difficult or make it our lives harder,
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, even if I might actually not buy something in that type of packaging that's difficult for me and try something in a more accessible type of packaging
Right.
just because, um, I want it to be easy to get to.
Oh, I hear.
And I understand that, childproofing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess I could just put them in a different kind of container.
Right. I could save one of my tins for you.
Mm.
Yeah, but those aren't always easy
You
to
still
open
have to,
either.
yeah, you have
You
to
got to
push and
push
turn.
twice and turn.
Yeah, yeah, push and turn at the same time or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that we can look for alternatives with
Mhm.
packaging and things that are a little easier to maneuver. And
Right.
I
That's
think
great
especially,
advice.
if you are a fan of smoking, and if, actually rolling a joint, the fine motor movements to do that are too much, then definitely pre-roll joints or even getting the cones
Hmm.
and, rolling your own that way. It's
Yeah,
already, you're
yeah.
not actually rolling the
Rolling
joint, you're
joint,
just packing it in there
right?
and
Unless
twisting
you
the end.
unless you've got some muscle memory from, years ago or something. It's not an easy thing to learn.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we've said, I've never rolled a joint. Never,
I've
ever.
tried.
You did. I give you lots
It's
of credit for trying.
difficult. Difficult.
It is indeed.
Quid funcio humana tempus sentum milium passum per horam est sternutatio.
So, what will you be doing this week in Wisco?
I'm going, as I said, to motor vehicles one day. Who knows
Mm.
how long that'll take? We have our dinner group, so I'll be driving halfway to Iowa to go to dinner.
Don't hear
Uh,
that every day.
I'm going to try and get together with my son and my daughter and, various other folks. But I don't know. It's going to be a quick week because I thought I had booked for Sunday morning, but I booked for Saturday morning. So, oopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie. But you and I will be together again.
Yes. Perhaps even on 420.
Mm.
We'll have to see. Easter.
Easter. I don't know what's going on Easter.
We're just doing a brunch here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Just low key. It's never been a big hoo-ha. We'll do
Right.
the eggs Saturday night with Mia and Bryn.
Oh, that'll be fun. People
So
lose
we've got the
faith.
trip Monday, Tuesday, and then
That sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to hear what you think of the Hall of Fame. I haven't
yes.
been in really, really, really long time.
Yes.
But if we stayed, when I worked at
at the Otasaga.
yes, stayed at the Otasaga. What a beautiful
I've had lunch there.
place.
Yeah.
I brought my mom with me because she's never been exposed to that kind of luxury. And it was just beautiful.
It's a grand stately
Mm-hmm.
hotel.
Yep. Right on the lake.
Right on the lake, and they have a great
Huge.
golf course also.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Which
yes.
I've never played, but
Oh,
we'll see. We'll see.
it'll be fun. And then there's this, what is it? There's like an opera house.
Glimmerglass.
Glimmerglass Lake. Yeah, that's it. Glimmerglass. Yeah. I remember Rich and I went there one time just for fun.
Yep. There's also a museum there. I went, there was an exhibit, a photography exhibit there for, was a photographer that did a lot of...
in Cooperstown? Or
yeah.
Glimmerglass?
No, it was Cooperstown. It was...
yeah, they got a lot of, they have little galleries all up and down.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the photographer. You'd know them because they did a lot of, famous portraiture like Bowie, Madonna.
Yep.
Now I can't remember who it is, but it was
wow.
fascinating. It was quite well done.
Cool.
So we're looking forward to have some
town.
fun.
That'll be fun. Oh, and spending time with the girly girls will be nice
yes.
too.
And Utica is known for its Italian food.
Yes.
Yummer, yummer. So
yes.
we
used to go there to visit my Uncle Charlie, my mom's brother.
Yep.
When they lived there. Yep.
Dan's sister and brother-in-law and kids lived there,
that's
grew up
right.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
In New Hartford. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been out that way.
Well, have fun.
Looking forward to it. Yes, ma'am. I hope everybody has a great week. And the next episode will be our first one of our 4th season.
Unbelievable.
This one right here is number 52, folks.
52 of season
52 of season 3. So it's not only 420, it's our anniversary and Easter. La, 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 la. So enjoy, everybody. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us at the Closet Disco Queen podcast. Grab a brownie or doobie, pass us to your friends, and be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review as it helps others find us. Peace out.
Okay, are we ready for the question from Marjane?
Marjane. Oh, I have to tell you, this is kind of funny. Yesterday on the plane, they have the recordings now, and then the flight attendants just show you what the recordings are saying. And so said, "That's an AI voice." And I said, "How can you tell?" He said, "It sounds just like Mary Jane."
How does he know she doesn't do side work for American Airlines? She could be busy doing voiceover work.
Exactly. I think we've probably
very calming manner, don't you think?
I think so. Crack me up, though. He can tell Mary Jane's voice.
Sounds just like Mary Jane.